Hey, we got bonus material. It's the Finding Joy podcast, and we told you on our very first episode about Rob's emergency landing when he was a traffic reporter out on Long Island back in the 90s. And Rob said that there was footage from news coverage of an emergency landing, and the highlight of the footage was...
Oh, the mullet. Absolutely the mullet.
So here is that footage.
And don't let the name Bobby Knight fool you. That's an alias.
That's right, yeah.
Above Long Island this morning, a sudden dreadful silence for two men in a plane. The engine quit, and the only visible spot for an emergency landing was right next to a school. NJ Burkett tells us what happened.
It touched down at about the 50-yard line and skidded head-on into a fence at the end of the field.
I am shaking like you wouldn't believe.
Bobby Knight is a traffic reporter for Long Island radio station WALK.
The last thing I just told the radio station, don't go to me, because it was about 30 seconds before report time. Don't go to me. I'm not going to be there. We're making an emergency landing.
The plane developed engine trouble at about 1,300 feet. The pilot knew he had about 45 seconds to find somewhere to land. And this football field seemed about as good a place as any.
Throughout the whole time, we were just descending, and finally just came in right above the backstop.
It was about 7 a.m. May Laird was making breakfast.
And we heard this terrific bang. And we run to the window, and we said, oh my God, it's a plane. Oh, I can't explain the terrific noise. But we knew something bad happened. Usually there's joggers every single morning there. And there wasn't anybody in the yard. Thank goodness.
The field is 50 yards from West Hempstead High School, which was empty at the time of the crash.
It's amazing how it happened, though, how he missed the goalpost and everything, and just came down and hit the fence.
He said the engine failed when the plane's carburetor iced over in mid-flight. The landing, he said, was nothing tricky.
It could have been a lot worse, but it wasn't, so...
Easy for him to say.
I thank God for standing here right now talking to you.
Bobby Knight says he has no plans to quit flying, although he may take tomorrow off. In West Hempstead, Long Island, NJ Burkett, Channel 7, Eyewitness News.
Radio station WALK leases the Cessna. The pilot and the reporter are from Metro Traffic Control in New York.
Paul Carey were in a Cessna plane this morning when they were forced to make an emergency landing at West Hempstead High School. 10 minutes before Knight was to give one of his usual morning aerial reports, the engine of that plane stalled. When they finally got it down, nobody was hurt, but the incident left Knight a bit shaken up.
Yeah, I was a little scared stiff, but he made a great landing and just headed right for the fence, because we figured that would act like a safety net to try to stop us, because the brakes were not working at that time, hitting the field. We were skidding along the field there.
Federal aviation administrators say they will investigate.